Honest. I'm gonna give it to you honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurting nobody's
Are
feelings.
you surprised by the evidence that's already coming out in the criminal trial?
No, I'm not surprised. I experienced some of those things.
Honest. I'ma give it to you. Honest. I ain't trying to be lying, ducking, hiding, hurt nobody's feelings. Are you surprised by the evidence that's already coming out in the criminal trial? No, I'm not surprised. I experienced some of those things. Witness violence. It was a relationship straight out of a Hollywood dream. Luxurious vacations to private islands, glittering appearances on red carpets, and gifts so extravagant they made headlines worldwide. Young Miami and Diddy Combs were the couple everyone envied. We watched as they flaunted their whirlwind romance, a $500,000 shopping spree here, a custom diamond necklace there, and even a private jet drip just for a dinner date. Their chemistry seemed electric, their bond unshakable. But behind the curtain of opulence, something far darker lurked. And now the truth is unraveling in a way that has left the entertainment world in shock. We're going to simplify it for everybody on this run right here. We're going to go with Diddy. And that's final. Yeah, that's final. But the dream shattered with a single jaw-dropping accusation. Young Miami, a rising star in her own right, has claimed that Diddy knowingly infected her and potentially others with HIV. Yes, you heard that right. This isn't just another messy breakup or a tabloid spat. This is a betrayal of the highest order, one that cuts deeper than any cheating scandal or legal dispute. This is not just a breakup. It's a scandal that could destroy one of music's most powerful figures. Those were the words of one insider close to the situation, and they couldn't be more accurate. Diddy, the man who built an empire on being larger than life, now finds himself at the center of allegations that could dismantle everything he's worked for. It all started with a cryptic tweet. "I'm not sharing my next man," Young Miami posted. Fans initially brushed it off his playful shade, maybe even a subtle jab at Diddy's well-documented history of sharing his affections. But whispers quickly began to circulate that something more sinister was at play. Those whispers grew louder when rumors emerged about her alleged new flame, NFL star Stefon Diggs. According to sources, Diggs reportedly insisted that Young Miami get tested before they could take the relationship further. And that's when everything came crashing down. The results, as the story goes, came back positive. And the fallout was immediate, both in her personal life and in the public eye. Today, in a New York federal courtroom, Diddy Combs told the judge he was, quote, a little nervous. The rap mogul's criminal trial began this morning. He is trafficking, racketeering, and more. The betrayal here isn't just emotional. It's physical, and it's devastating. How could someone as powerful and calculated as Diddy, a man with access to the best medical care and resources in the world, allow this to happen? Worse, how could he knowingly put others at risk? The revelations have left fans reeling, questioning everything they thought they knew about the mogul, who was once revered as a pioneer in the music industry. This isn't just about Yami anymore. It's about trust, power, and the secrets that those at the top are willing to keep hidden. But this scandal doesn't exist in a vacuum. In fact, whispers about Diddy's alleged health status have been swirling in Hollywood for years. The sudden weight changes, the mysterious hospital visits, and the persistent refusal to address the rumors. It all starts to paint a picture of a man living behind a carefully constructed facade. And then there's the leaked prison medical record from years ago, which some claim suggests that he had tested positive for HIV. While nothing has been confirmed publicly, the growing pile of speculation is too much to ignore. Could it be that this open secret in Hollywood is finally seeing the light of day? Dishonest, violent, horrible. A promiscuous swinger who lied to and cheated on multiple partners. Incredibly, that's how Diddy Combs' own lawyers described the billionaire music mogul, currently facing serious trafficking charges in a New York court. And let's not forget the cryptic clues that now seem to take on a new meaning. Remember those clips of Diddy looking noticeably gaunt in interviews, or the sudden cancellations of events due to exhaustion? Industry insiders are now pointing to these moments as potential signs of the truth bubbling beneath the surface. One former associate even claimed everyone in the inner circle knew something wasn't right, but no one dared to ask questions. As if this wasn't enough to send shockwaves through the industry, there's more. The timeline of events leading up to Young Miami's revelation coincides with the ongoing legal storm surrounding Diddy. His trial, already a media circus, has exposed allegations of human trafficking, racketeering, and coercion. The testimonies have been graphic, the evidence chilling. The jury has even been shown clips of what prosecutors are calling freak-offs, highly orchestrated substance-fueled parties where power dynamics were exploited in the most disturbing ways. And now with this new layer of scandal, the stakes have never been higher. Centerpiece of a lot of what happened during direct testimony were freak-offs. And what the prosecution tried to show was that he forced and/or coerced her into doing these freak-offs. And we've talked about this earlier this week, that at least my opinion is that in a lot of these the prosecution just didn't close the loop. It was something she felt. It's impossible to ignore the parallels between the allegations of manipulation and control in his trial, and the accusations Young Yami has leveled against him. The power imbalance, the deceit, the lives forever altered. It's a pattern that's becoming harder to dismiss, and the public isn't just watching, they're demanding answers. How could someone who built his career on the image of success and celebration allegedly harbor such dark secrets? But the story doesn't end with Young. As more details emerge, so do whispers of other potential victims. Could there be others who were unknowingly caught in this web of betrayal? And what does this mean for the women who have already come forward in his trial, sharing their own harrowing experiences? One thing is clear, this isn't just about one man's fall from grace. It's about the systemic abuse of power, and the lengths to which some will go to protect their image. For now, the entertainment world is holding its breath, waiting for the next headline, the next revelation, the next piece of this horrifying puzzle. But one thing is certain, this isn't just about Young's heartbreak. This might be one of the biggest scandals in the entertainment industry's history. And the deeper we dig, the darker it gets. Referred to me as Wild King Nights. And what a Wild King night was when him and a guest or guests would go to a hotel room or be at his home, his bedroom, and they would have intimate gatherings. I would have to go and prep that hotel room, which consisted of baby oil astrology. What's emerging now is a picture of decadence gone horribly wrong. Those infamous furry go-off parties, once whispered about in awe by industry insiders, have taken on a much darker meaning in the wake of these allegations. For years they were seen as the ultimate backstage pass into Diddy's glamorous, untouchable world. Private jets would whisk attendees to secret locations where the champagne flowed endlessly, and the guest lists read like the credits of a blockbuster film. But now the details being revealed paint a chilling image of what those nights were really like. Rooms allegedly lined with mirrors and hidden cameras, dim lights bouncing off bottles of baby oil, and substances scattered like confetti on expensive furniture. And at the center of it all, Diddy, not just as a host, but as a self-proclaimed director, orchestrating every move like a twisted maestro. The real bombshell, though, is the claim that these parties weren't just about indulgence. They were about control. Prosecutors allege that cameras were deliberately placed to record everything, creating a catalog of footage that could later be used as leverage. The suggestion that some of the biggest names in Hollywood, music, and sports may have been caught on tape in compromising situations. If these rumors are true, it explains a lot about Diddy's long-standing power in the industry. How many careers might have been protected or destroyed because of what's on those recordings, and more importantly, how deep does this web of secrecy go? It was like wow for Diddy. What, you know, that was a person that I looked up to as a mogul, and I listened to all the artists that he made superstars, and so to have a chance to be able to be signed to him, it was amazing. It was like, oh my God, I'm here, I finally did it. The silence of those who attended these events is deafening. Industry veterans who once raved about Diddy's extravagant lifestyle are nowhere to be found. But we have to ask ourselves, is it fear of public backlash keeping them quiet? Or something far more sinister? Some insiders speculate that these tapes could implicate other A-listers, people who have managed to stay squeaky clean in the public eye until now. If these allegations are proven, it raises a terrifying question. Has Hollywood's elite been complicit in protecting one of its own at the expense of countless victims? And speaking of complicity, the role of Diddy's inner circle is coming under intense scrutiny. Over the years, his staff has been described as loyal to a fault, willing to do whatever it takes to maintain the empire he built. But recent court filings suggest that loyalty came at a steep price. Former assistants and bodyguards have been accused of procuring substances, recruiting participants for the parties, and even silencing those who dare to speak out. One of the most shocking details